It's important to have tough conversations with employees because the reality is that is part of your job as a manager. And you'll help them, and you'll help the organization, and you'll help your department more than you know. I think a lot of times the path of least resistance is avoidance, and I understand that. And most managers, not even in a business environment, even in a home environment, friends, you tend to want to avoid the conflict or the confrontation if you can, and I understand that. But in the workplace, what happens is, more times than not, if you simply sweep it under the rug, it kind of keeps happening, and then you kind of get angry, and then it can blow up or turn into progressive discipline and lead to an early termination. So the reality becomes, it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And I think if you open up a conversation that says, you know, can I have permission to share some feedback with you? Most people will be very open to that and say, sure, what's up? And at that point you can say, from a career development or professional development perspective, I'd like to share a little feedback that may be missing awareness. And at that point, most people will have their ears perked up and now they're listening, and then you can share it with them. And so I think the idea of having that tough conversation, it's not as hard as it thinks if you do it politely and respectfully, but you also have to maintain control of it. And the other element I'd say is, it doesn't have to have judgment attached to it. It's more about observation. You have the right to observe and you have the right to share. It doesn't necessarily come across as judgmental. It's not, what were you thinking? Why did you do that? It's not that kind of tone. You can state, for example, this is how it looked to me, but share with me your side of the story. Maybe I'm missing something. The reality, though, becomes once employees get used to having these constructive feedback mini conversations, you feel much more comfortable in your own skin sharing feedback in a positive and constructive way. And that's the key to avoiding problems later down the line, but also making your employees feel like you've got their back and that you're helping them in terms of their own professional development.